All right, so take a seat right there. Okay.
Is this good?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Are you ready?
Hi, I'm Shane.
Shook it up. I never loved nobody fully.
Today, I want to talk to you about inclusive language and the positive impact it can have on your school or your respective communities. If you look around campus, you'll see a plethora of different identities and backgrounds. For example,
some of us are gay,
queer,
straight, some of us are multiracial,
white,
Latino, Chicano.
some of us are men,
some of us are women,
some of us are neither, or somewhere in between. In any case, it's important that we communicate in a way that fosters a healthy and safe environment for all students on campus. Here are some perspectives from people in your community on inclusive language.
Inclusive language is being conscious of the words you say, learning that maybe that a certain term could have a different connotation to different people.
Inclusive language, just think of the word. Language, that's the way we communicate, and inclusivity, it means not excluding people and who wants to be excluded. I don't think anybody wants to be excluded.
I think it's important because when you're trying to make an argument in a paper or if you're in a casual discussion with someone, that if you offend them, then they're immediately going to put up walls and not listen to your argument. Therefore, if you're using inclusive language, they're going to be more prone to hearing you out and considering your viewpoint.
It's choosing not to hate without even realizing it.
Some words that really trigger very negative emotions would be definitely faggot.
Faggot.
And that's so gay.
That's so gay.
Anything that has to do with ability.
One phrase that impacts me is that's so retarded.
Retarded is a big one for me.
Fucking retard.
When people lightheartedly talk about, I reaped that test, or man, that I just had a great workout and it raped my arms, or what, different things like that, just because it's such a serious, terrible, heartbreaking thing.
Just hearing that term every time. There are so many other words you can use to really express what you're trying to say. Integrating inclusive language is actually very tough and a lot more difficult than it seems. I feel like the first time I heard of inclusivity and inclusive language was coming into college, and I've been integrated since, and I still always slip,
When I was in high school, I used to call a lot of my friends girlies because most of my friends identified as women, and then I came to college and I had all kinds of different friends, and so using the word girlies, hey girlies, that doesn't work for everybody. Not everybody identifies as a girly.
In an academic setting, I found myself saying you guys a lot, and when I was educated on the phrase and how that can impact others that don't identify as a guy, I tried to change that and be more inclusive by saying you all or folks or something along those lines.
I mean, it's a challenge, you say things that you're in the habit of saying, but just being aware of that and practicing inclusive language every day makes it a lot easier, and then it just starts to become integrated into your language.
You have to be really intentional about it. The language doesn't go away on its own, but thinking about what it is that you're saying is the most powerful tool in not saying hateful things without even realizing it.
My name is Alvaro.
My name is Alicia.
Mason.
Laura.
Danny.
My name is Shane, and I think you should consider using inclusive language. For more information, feel free to visit me or any of my coworkers at the Resource Center for Sexual and Gender Diversity on the 3rd floor of the SRB.